Okay, it's time.
And you know, girls dropping like a NASDAQ. Move white girls like it's coke on my ass crack. Move black girls, but man, fuck it, I'll keep it. I love pussy, I love bitches, dude, I should be running Peter.
In Adidas with some short, B-O-O all over me. My green is where it's supposed to be. Your green is in my grocery. This
Asian dude, I stole his girl and now he got that Gucci beat. My dick is
like an accent.
pockets all about the overeat. Hot like a parked car. Sound weird like nigga with a hard arm. Fly like a logo on my cousin's board.
Vodka for my ladies, whiskey for a grown man. Hanging in the islands looking for Earl like Cold Jam. I
Make the beat retarded, so I'm calling it a slow jam.
butcher and I know it, man. Kill me, go ham. These rappers are afraid of him, cause I'm a beast, bitch, girl. Invaders and Gambino is a call girl. Fuck you, take me. Brand new whip for you niggas like slavery.
Pedophile. Yeah, this is honestly a really personal issue for both me and Jay. And if you follow either of us on Twitter, and I know most of you listening to this do, we've kind of had a problem on Twitter with this certain group of people. And it's not even the maps, like Jay just said. It's way worse than the maps. We're talking accounts made just to spread child porn, and people just watching that child porn.
And it's not even like trading the links at this point. There are people that are actually just posting pictures and videos of that and shit like bestiality and stuff on Twitter itself.
Yeah, and the worst thing about this, like a lot of people think they don't exist because they've never seen about it or heard about it. But if you don't think they exist, I'll be here to tell you you're dead wrong. It's literally all over Twitter. People posting child porn of all ages of children. It's straight, it's gay, it's literally just straight child porn, not the drawn shit, not lolly or anything. It's just literal videos and pictures of children engaged in some sort of sexual activity.
And one of the worst things I think in this situation is you can't even just, I mean, you can report the tweets as like adult graphic content, but if you want to actually report it as child porn and have someone actually take this seriously and look at it, you have to dig into Twitter's help options menu. Like,
Yeah.
they can't just make it easy for people.
They don't care about making it easy. Really, I think Twitter's just fine to ignore it for whatever reason. And as much as people who complain about the drawn shit, like whatever, any type of aged up or like just yesterday, Jay, wasn't there an issue with like hundreds of people complaining about the Nook, the raccoons from Animal Crossing being aged up?
Yes. Someone made like it was like JoJo style, like big buff Bara,
super buff, yeah, anthro raccoon boys, and they're like, oh my god, they're literal children. Oh my god, how could you post this? Oh my god, literal children. You drew them aged up so they would look hot to people. Why would you make them look like adults?
And then the artist was cheeky and actually drew them as like little twinks. And what was even funnier about that to me was there was an account that like posted it and censored the front of it to make it look like it was just straight up porn. But they literally were wearing the same shit that they were wearing in the game.
And as much as people who complain about shit like that flood Twitter, they always, for whatever reason, seem to be super absent when the real shit is brought up and tried to get locked down. When people are mass reporting these accounts, the accounts that post child porn, those same people are super silent. You'll never hear them because they don't care about it. All they care about is the art. They care about the fictional characters, but they won't talk about the actual shit being posted all over Twitter.
It just seems like, to me, the actual literal pedophiles aren't pushing some kind of agenda.
Like, honestly, Jay, when was the first time you saw this on Twitter?
What, just straight up CP or like people complaining about art?
CP. Because people
like,
complain about art since the beginning of the year.
For a long time, I've seen accounts that were like, we'll trade links and stuff, we'll sell links to it, and we would report those and stuff, but not long ago someone sent a link to me and said, please don't look at this page, just kind of report them, and I was like, well, what's going on? And me being me, I'm gonna look, and this account had posted literal child porn. It was 2 children.
And how long ago was that?
And I'm going to say it was probably a month and a half ago was the first time I actually saw it. But this seems to have been like an underlying thing for even longer now.
Like, I'm going to tell you, the first time I did not think there was any of that sort of thing on Twitter. Like, this was back in October. I was just stumbling through my follows, and then I somehow got to this page. And this guy, because I noticed this guy was making weird comments on this like younger girl's page, and I clicked on his account.
Oh, it's Redman.
No, not Redman. This was October. This guy, whatever his name, I forget his name, but the header of his account was literally 2 naked girls. They couldn't have been 9 years old. At most, they were 9 years old.
Jesus.
And then I scroll down, and it was literally just pictures and pictures and pictures of girls. He was like, "Oh, if you want to buy, here's the link. If you want to buy, DM me. And if you want to make a request, just DM me the request, and I'll get you what you need." And I was like, "This guy has to be fucking joking, right? This can't be real. It must be like some kind of a Fed account." But I was like, "This has to be a Fed account." I went down, and literally he had this like weird poll up. He was like, "Who wants to see a gangbang?" And I was like, And literally, I reported the account, and then 2 minutes later, the poll ended, and he posted a literal 5-year-old girl getting raped by 2 fat guys. And I was so fucking. I was like, okay, there's no fucking way this guy's a Fed. There's no fucking way this has to be fucking real. And I was mad as fuck. I literally got as many people as I could, and I started posting like cropped out to show that this guy was real. I said, mass report this guy's name. Contact FBI. Do whatever you can. Don't let this guy get away with this. And he kept changing his name number by number. And I kept trying different numbers to try and find his account. And I did the CSC report. I went to the FBI's page and did a report. I went to several children's organizations and did a report there. And I spent like 2 fucking hours of my life on this. And then neither Twitter, the FBI, no one has gotten back to me since that whole time. But that guy's account just vanished. He just left. I'm pretty sure Twitter didn't suspend him because they don't suspend that fast. And
half the time, it doesn't seem like they suspend at all. They just take their sweet time.
And literally, like up until then, I was barely noticed. I didn't see anything of it like the site since October. Up until like early this year, when I got someone told me about the mega links and all that stuff, all the hashtags where they were secretly trading child porn. I was like, why the fuck? This is way bigger than I thought it was. I thought it was an isolated case on Twitter that we finally got the guy off. I didn't realize how big it was and how massive Twitter has of an operation of literal child porn being sold and shared to people. And so many people, like thousands of accounts, will just follow a child porn propagator and watch and comment and say the most disgusting fucking shit you have heard in your life.
And it's like every time we manage to get one of these accounts deleted, it seems like 2 or 3 more pop up to take their place.
I even like that fucking Redman guy was honestly the least of the issue. Sure, like he was posting some suspect shit, and the people in his comments were being weird as fuck. But at least that was not blatant child porn. At least that wasn't like the one we just dealt with 2 weeks ago, where someone posted a Filipino guy getting using those 2 little kids like that.
Yeah.
Like that took 48 fucking hours to go down.
And it's like, this isn't a priority at all for Twitter. And the more I have to look at this, the more it pisses me off. Because from all the reporting and stuff that we've been doing lately, from all these findings, like, you'd think that they would have someone maybe look into accounts that are here following each other and communicating with each other. But they're just not.
Like you can't even say, oh, maybe it's like a federal investigation type thing, because the feds aren't.
They're not gonna post the straight up thing. They're gonna, like, if it's for bait, they're just gonna sit there and talk about maybe link trading or something and catch them like that.
And that's the worst part of it. We're just like, we have so many. Jay, you saw like the post you sent to me. We have there's all these accounts, and they're not just in America. I think that's part of the reason why Twitter doesn't take it seriously, because most of the accounts doing this shit aren't American. They aren't American based. They're from like the Middle East, or from like Thailand, or from like France, or wherever the fuck. But because they're not American, they're like, oh, I guess we don't have to put effort into searching for those code words they use in whatever language they're tracing it in. But it's so many different networks of people. And I say networks because it literally has to be networks. There's no other way they can find each other this quick and join up to these accounts and get taken down. These guys are networks of child porn on Twitter. Networks of child porn propagators literally just selling it to as many people as possible. And like I found some map accounts literally in the follows of these child porn propagators.
Like, I mean, I at no point have I been convinced that these maps have not been offending. Like, even just looking is an offense in this particular case.
Oh, and the interesting thing, there was actually apparently our names, well, most specifically my name because I was kind of louder about it than you recently.
Yeah.
Uh, our names were kind of in the mouths of a couple maps
Of
because
course.
apparently they were saying that our posting about finding these child porn people and trying to get spreading their names out to get them taken down is terrible because it makes them want to go look at that account to see if there's actual child porn there.
And it's like, we're the ones that are doing Twitter's job for them in the first place.
You should get
And
an award.
I've noticed,
Definitely.
but
Apologies. You're telling me that maps, these non-offending good boys, are looking at child porn? You're telling me that my good boy, Map Alex over here, is looking at people? That's fucking impossible. I don't believe you guys. I don't believe you for a second.
I know we're just sitting here and being toxic towards the good boy map community that we definitely haven't tried to tell everyone about.
Fuck. You know what? I don't know. I think that's a fuck maps from me. Um.
No, and like I can't like I want to believe in the goodness of maps. I really want to. Like I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but a lot of them don't have. They remember the do you remember the Discord or the private DMs that someone got into and found out that the maps who were big about not offending, like one of them was like a 45-year-old man who literally said that he hung around with 5-year-olds all day just to feel them. Like he said, just to feel their energy. I'm not touching them. I just want to feel their energy.
He
And
just wants to feel their heart, Poe. Come on. Do you have no empathy? He just wants to give him a little smooch. What's wrong with that, huh?
and the shit he was saying is like, oh, like, you know, I've never been attracted to anyone over 5. And I'm like, you just said you're 45 and you've never been, and like sometimes I still get that urge, but I control it by doing something else. And I'm like, what you mean you get the urge to go out and rape a child, but you just calm yourself down and drink a coffee or go play badminton. Badminton, what the fuck?
I mean,
but no, but the maps, I can't trust the maps. Especially there was a post about like a 15-year-old girl who was looking for 15 and ups or an 18 up and ups too to ERP and talk or DM or whatever. And literally in her replies were so many map allies, some who said they were 15 too, and they were saying the most suspect shit that you knew was not from a 15-year-old. They were like, oh wow, they really make 15-year-olds look different these days. And I'm like, in that bio, 15 years old. And I'm like, no the fucking way you're not. No the fuck you're not. No 15-year-old is going to say, wow, 15-year-olds be looking different these days.
which, I mean, the actual 15-year-olds, from what it seems, it's like they're not doing much better. Because you're seeing all these accounts now that are like young teenagers that are trying to be in like the NSFW side of Twitter.
It's crazy, honestly. And I don't get why. I really don't. Twitter should be able to at least crack down on the American side of shit, if not the international, because there's plenty of American pedo networks trading CP on Twitter. Like, first of all, like a lot of them seem to just be random porn sharing accounts that just slowly just have CP creep up onto it, and this eventually they're all CP going down the timeline.
Poe, they can't. Okay, listen, they can't fight pedos. You're off posting cringe. They gotta bust your ass before they get the pedophiles. You know what I mean? You are
They
suspect
bust my
number
ass
one.
all the fucking time.
They gotta
But
shadow
they
ban
can't
you.
take down.
Yep. Got him.
Like, actually, let me, Burner, you mind pulling up the most recent image I sent you?
Yep.
Like, these are just the American side of shit. American side of shit, these accounts that literally follow up on pedos. pedo accounts and tweet the most disgusting replies.
Okay,
Do you
so
see it?
please be kind. Is it that one? Please be kind. I've suffered a
Uh,
lot in my life. I have a lot of trauma. This is
no,
the
no, the
way.
last one. The last one. Sorry,
The
I
last
didn't.
one.
I forgot.
Oof.
Sorry, let me give you that. I got right one. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Post that up if you
Well,
can.
I have had a lot of trauma though, so maybe maybe be a little nicer to me. I don't know. Um, but yeah, they're posting. You're posting cringe. They don't have any time to go after anybody. You eat them all up, bud. I mean, there you go.
I make
It's
a
up there.
comment here and there about coronavirus or China, and suddenly I'm Twitter's worst enemy. Like
Definitely.
it's like they invented a new, more subtle shadow ban just for me.
Well,
Yeah,
we
I
got this
noticed
up
like
here.
I'd never seen.
You never see my tweets, right?
Yeah, like the way that they were hiding your tweets, like you could go to the replies and see that it had been replied to, but you couldn't see the original thing. I've never seen that before.
And like I go on, I go to check shadow bans, and I'm not shadow banned. All I am is search suggestion banned. But apparently that is enough for all my tweets to just go nowhere. Like I get before my notifications were a flood, I could see nothing. I could see no one and nothing. Like if I'm lucky, I could see one person's reply at a time before it refreshed. But now I can see everybody because it's literally a trickle compared to the ocean it was. I don't get why Twitter thinks I'm such a demon, but apparently I'm the worst threat they have.
You
The
know what?
cringe is far worse than CP. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if I saw like a black guy over here posting like dicks and like foreskins in a jar, I'd be going after that too over some guy who's just posting a flag, you know?
I'm let me actually tell you, there's one account, what's it called? Uh, this madman, whatever. I literally saw one of his tweets where he had liked a video of like this unconscious or maybe a drugged child lying down while a cat was playing with the kid's penis, and then he had literally retweeted a bunch of CP like this, and one of his tweets before he deleted everything said he wanted to suck on a boy's like an underage boy who had posted a nude of himself.
Clip that.
And I don't get why Twitter doesn't fucking care. It makes no sense. These are fucking monsters. Just they're not even hiding it. They're not being subtle. They're just literally preying on children and posting the most disgusting shit, videos and replies.
Well,
Like
the
I've
obvious
got
answer.
theories for it.
Yeah, no, let's hear 'em.
I've got I've got theories for it, but I'm about to sound like a fucking conspira boomer.
Go, bring it. Let's do it.
Either someone is getting paid off to just turn a blind eye to this, or there's a lot of staff at Twitter that are participating.
Listen, Harvey Weinstein, owner and proprietor, CEO of Twitter, right, wants his child porn. He needs to find it somewhere after Epstein bit the dust, you know. His best friend Epstein. You know, these guys have to have something to jerk off to. You are being very uncaring, Poe, by calling these people out.
No,
How dare you?
no, you know what the fucking weirdest thing is? There's literally someone who used to work with To Catch a Predator. This woman who used to work with the show. She's literally on Twitter's like head of. She's one of the heads of Twitter, and her job is literally to go after like a troll accounts. But apparently, all these massive pedo networks are just below her view. Like they don't bother her at all.
It seems like that.
If she's some boomer, I
It's
mean, I don't know
fucking
how you'd expect. Like,
no.
okay.
She's not a boomer. She's like a millennial. Like what's it called? She's a millennial. Like I forget what her fucking name is, but she's basically a Twitter executive right now. Let me see if I can pull up her name. Let's see. Del Harvey. That's her name right here. Okay, let me give you a picture if you can post that.
Del Harvey, all
Like
right, we got it.
she used to work. Yeah, she used to work with To Catch a Predator as what's it called? One of their what was her job with them? when she was with To Catch a Predator, she
Probably a
was.
girl, right? She was working as a girl in the Catch Predator series. Uh, was she a
Oh, she
decoy?
was a decoy. She was a decoy.
Oh,
Yeah,
she was a girl.
she was a member of Perverted Justice. She is literally the head of Twitter's trust and safety team.
She doesn't look it. She looks like the full-grown woman. Listen, if I was on Grindr, right, and I was talking to some
Yes.
12-year-old, I I wouldn't risk my fucking jail time for that. No way.
Why would you have talked to them in the first place?
Well,
Wait,
I'm
why would she be on Grinder? Why
why
would
would
she
she
be on
be?
Grinder?
Uh, that looks like a man to me. That that looks like a dude to me. I mean, I don't know. You passed pretty
Like
well.
they. Though she actually did dress up like a boy on occasion for To Catch a Predator.
Of course she did.
But like
How brave.
the weirdest fucking thing is like she was literally in an article for Forbes. I read it like a couple days ago in 2014, where they say her job is to go through the darkest wade through the darkest parts of Twitter and find the worst content to get rid of it. Does that
Well, she's
also
not doing that good of a job, is she?
Yeah, she's doing a pretty ass
literally
job, isn't she?
apparently off the darkest part of Twitter is just the trolls.
Yeah.
She's literally going after me or Brick or anybody fucking else.
Gotta take
Fuck
out
the pedophiles.
the gamers. Gamers rise up.
Yeah.
Don't let the
Gamers are
pedophiles
the
win.
threat. It's not the pedophiles.
Nope.
Yeah.
Fuck gamers.
I don't
I
fucking
mean,
get it.
to be fair, if the To Catch a Predator team trend remains true, they're just in it for the clout these days anyway.
I don't want to. It just feels like the worst thing they're doing. Like, why let this get this big? Why let it be this big of an issue when?
I mean, what you could do, right? Like call me a fucking crazy person, but you could like get rid of Twitter. Like it's one of the biggest fucking social media outlets in the world. Could a very good case could be argued that it's given a net negative to society. It has influence over the political future of America. A company does. Maybe you should just fucking trash it. They're either not taking good care of their own website,
You know what, Barner?
or
You know what, Barner?
they have an inability to. Yeah.
You're making a very good point because they took down Backpage because it was full of sex workers.
Well, I mean, sex workers, I don't know. Like maybe they're alright, you know. Like I don't know.
No, they took down Backpage because it was full of sex workers and said it was too easy for sex traffickers to use it to spread and all that. If they can make that same argument for fucking Backpage, they can definitely do the same for Twitter. Because there's massive amounts of child porn on here that they have to at least somehow curtail the spread.
Mm-hmm. If they can't control their own servers, then maybe something should be done. Oh, and while we're at it, fuck Facebook too. Fuck boomers. Fuck your
Fuck
profile.
Facebook.
Yeah, fuck Facebook.
I mean, is there a child porn problem on Facebook?
We can
I
make
haven't
one.
checked into.
Gotta get rid of it somehow. Stage a gay op on Facebook. Get it
Okay.
removed. Then make a new Facebook. Call it Black Facebook.
Okay.
Of course.
Why not Black Book? But not the point.
Black Book.
Look,
Epstein's Black Book.
Like it's just like there's too many. Like I've honestly found that there's actually like several groups. Like it's like massive Indian accounts, massive Middle Eastern accounts, massive Thai or Chinese. A lot of Thai and Chinese. Like different worldwide networks of pedo accounts, literally posting or following or sharing all this shit. And apparently, like the amount of child porn apparently out there, probably I don't want to say this because it might not be true, but it seems to me like the amount out there almost rivals how much regular porn there is. We just don't see it.
About to say we won't ever know because that's not something that we can really look into.
because like you can report Western sounding accounts on Twitter to the FBI or whatever, and they'll try and crack down on that. But if someone, whatever, I don't know, I don't want to say a Middle Eastern name and just sound super racist. Someone from like Saudi Arabia is posting massive amounts of child porn on Twitter. They're not going to do shit to him. Like at worst, they'll delete the account. At worst, and even then, it'll take what, weeks.
Well, I mean, to be
Usually it
fair,
takes like
he's got to go on Twitter for child porn because all of his children were already fucking airstriked by the U.S. a couple years ago. Come on, cut the guy some slack. He doesn't have a lot to work with. Come on.
Burner.
What? What?
Jesus fuck.
What?
Man.
What?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm posting cringe. I apologize.
No. That was harsh.
This is a little
I mean,
mean.
I don't know.
oh my god.
I shouldn't be laughing at it anyway, but I'm laughing, so I'm going to hell too. Look,
Hey man,
like honestly, look.
beers for two.
Look, I'm gonna tell all you guys listening. Like, if you don't believe that the pedo problem is as big as it is, I want you to do me a little favor. Find a video of some some kids in a pool playing or having fun or whatever. Go through the comments, see how much weird shit you find, and follow that rabbit hole. Click on the first or second weird comment you find, and go through their follows. I'm sure you'll find something.
Pretend to
If
be
you
like a
think
minor
it's
map for like 5 minutes. Yeah.
If you think that it's not all over the place, it literally is. And trust, if you find one, don't spread his name online. Literally, just DM me. Because if you just start spreading his name out and like trying to blast it, they'll go under super quick.
They can just make new accounts.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
like the worst part.
That's what I'm saying. Because they're gonna click the regular report buttons. But I actually have the time to like do FBI reports and that stuff because these guys have to go down, especially if they're Western, if they're in the West.
If you can encourage these people to show their faces, you should do it. And then like you should
They
show
would never
that.
show their face.
You know what?
There is one woman though, one woman account who has shown her face a couple times.
Listen, I think you'd be hard pressed to find one of those maps on Twitter that aren't like somewhat disabled in some way. I mean, I'm serious. These people would show their face. It's not a very hard thing to do. You check out those like there's a CC unit, right, that I personally like. I think they work down in Florida. These people aren't very smart. These predators, sometimes they're masterminds. Sometimes they're fucking, oh, those are the ones that get away with it, right? But most of the time they're fucking dumb. So I'm sure you could get some of them to show their face. You know? I don't know.
You would think, yeah.
I would definitely try. Bro, pedo hunters, call me up. I'm down to help.
Also, looks like we got a couple people in the green and want to ask some questions. You mind if I bring one in?
Yeah,
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Josh, are you there? Josh, you there?
Oh, hello. I
Oh,
didn't know I would
Jesus,
put up
fuck!
first. What?
Your mic,
Loud?
bro.
How loud am I?
Very, very, extremely.
Holy shit.
Holy crap! I'm so sorry. I don't know how to fix that.
Just lean away from your mic if possible.
Is this better?
Further.
Is this better?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Your question?
Oh, my question? Well, what do you think? Do you think it's an AI problem or a staff problem that is leading to this whole?
Staff problem. It has to be a staff problem. Because if it was an AI problem, they could do something with AI to get like at least most of the Western accounts taken down relatively quickly. But just like someone just mentioned in the chat, an account that I reported over a week ago just got taken down yesterday.
Yeah, if we yeah, like it's like if you report a right-wing account, it gets taken down like at least in 3 days.
No, not even that. I've literally had a couple followers who made an anti-Biden joke or a pro-Trump joke, and they literally got their account locked in 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
That stinks. I mean, yeah, this is a very tricky situation. I mean, it could definitely be a staff issue. Possibly it's because we're not seeing a lot of information that could be biased for us to make a choice. I think definitely what we should do is, instead of trying to report the accounts on Twitter and stuff, we should do what you were talking about, Poe, and try to take time and put them on FBI reports. So,
but here's the thing. Here's the problem with that. Most of the accounts you will ever see on Twitter sharing child porn aren't Western. They aren't in the U.S. They're
probably in
Thailand. They're either in Thailand. They're either in the Middle East. They're either in India. Occasionally there's a few from France, but you will never really get the chance.
Yeah, I wonder what demographic is the one from France.
Let's not get into that. Okay, so any other questions?
No, I think that was it. I just wanted to see your thoughts on that.
Okay. Thanks, Josh. Garbage, you there? Garbage?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You got any questions?
Holy Lord.
You got any questions for us?
Holy Jesus Christ, Mother Mary. Garbage, you are on the Digital Blackface podcast. How you doing?
I am doing well, thank you.
Oh, I thought that was Jay talking. Oh my lord, you sound very similar.
Okay, so you got any questions for us?
Yes, I do. So I wanted to ask, why is it that accounts that have art or something that is seen as that may be questionable, hey guys, this looks like it could be Lolly and Shota. So why are they taken down within a few hours, but it takes days and weeks and thousands of reports to get an actual pedo who's posting CP?
See, I don't actually know. I don't really get what the issue is. I think I really couldn't tell you. Like, I wish I had real ideas as to why they go harder for the definitely not illegal shit that is art and not actual child porn. Because
I really think it kind of goes back to my theory about someone being paid off for this, or
someone you would need a lot of money
because
for that.
It's starting to escalate. Like, we just had like a YouTuber who's pretty well known who's actually just ran a full smear campaign on this artist who's so small, and they're trying to get them taken down. But like actual like CP accounts that like people have shared the screenshot of the profile and saying, guys, get rid of this person, they're silent. It's like I've had both of my art accounts deleted because somebody reported my art, and it was like in a matter of hours reported my account claiming it was CP when it wasn't. And I'm like, come on, dude, really?
Look, I've gotten taken down by targeted harassment when I don't harass targetedly. Okay,
targetedly.
I'm not gonna lie. I harass, but I don't target my harassment. My harassment is widespread. But so I've gotten taken down for targeted harassment and twice, and the second time stuck. So that's my main account gone for good. But here's the thing. I think Twitter just does whatever the fuck it wants to do.
I can't. Jack Dorsey needs to really step down. Like, he was supposed to step down like weeks ago, but ugh.
Look,
you should give it
like
to me.
If
I would run it fine.
If we found out that there were massive pedo rings on Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg was just going, it'll sort itself out, I feel like he would have stepped down by now. But Jack is too busy going off into the Himalayas without his phone to do meditation retreats to care.
I can't.
You can literally get banned for calling someone a Karen or a boomer. But yeah, posting child porn, fuck yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, my first account it was instantly nuked because I told a friend. I sang the song "Hoes Mad" to a friend, and then I get the report that's like, this comment was flagged for abusive behavior, and I'm like, it's a song. Like,
no, I got blocked for a week. I got locked for a week for saying when someone tweeted, "What's better, armpits, feet, or Jay, what was the third one? Armpits, feet, or
God, I can't fucking. I think it was like tummies or something.
no, not something. It was worse.
Ears,
whatever.
maybe.
Maybe, but I was like, okay, I was like, no, it was tummy. It was tummy. I was like, armpit niggas get the armpit
Need to be
niggas get
thrown
the
off a
guillotine,
roof.
and feet
Oh,
niggas get
no.
thrown off a roof. And Twitter locked me. Like they locked me immediately.
Oh,
And then
no.
like a couple of my followers tested it out. They did armpit niggas get thrown off a roof, feet niggas, and they literally got locked too. And I was like, this is what you go after?
Right?
Who's the armpit nigga in Twitter?
Jack, I'm looking at you, bud. Jack, something's up.
Okay,
bro.
we got one
She's
last question. Okay. What's up?
Hey,
I'm more of a tummy
not
man
much.
myself.
One,
Why
wanna
is
say-
everyone loud?
well, my mic's fucking shit because my old one broke. Some things about Twitter. A lot of them want you to report through Twitter's own reporting things. It's weirdly convenient. They don't want you reporting through things that would get them charged with money and shit, or fined, shit like that. But Twitter's fucked. Twitter is fucked. I had this one guy. I was beefing with some short little midget on D Live,
Destiny?
and
Oh,
he decided
Actual,
to.
like an actual midget or just like a manlet?
Well, people call him a manlet. I don't know if you've heard of Brit Bong Returns, but I mocked the fuck out of him.
I'm not
And-
sure I have,
Who
but
the fuck calls himself Britbong? What?
He's
mean,
an
I've
egotistical midget.
Of course.
like, is he actually a Brit Bong or is
Well,
he just...
he's British. He's
Oh,
from,
okay.
I think, Wales.
Leave it
So
to
he's
Britbong.
trying to reclaim the slur. Okay, I get it.
But he's a shitty content creator who makes Second Life shit. The kind of menial content that if I was making, I'd just blow my fucking brains out with.
I feel you.
But he went back through my tweets and found anytime I called someone a cunt, and reported those. And
Wait,
admittedly, I
he's
mean,
British. They should be
Yeah.
okay with that.
oh well, again, he's an egotistical little bitch. He also filed privacy complaints on my fucking channel to get the streams I made about him removed.
Of course he did.
I like where this is going. I like it a lot, bro.
But fucking Twitter and all of these places, right? They cater to, I guess the best way to describe it would be the most defensive people, the ones who can't handle criticism, and seemingly pedophiles are a part of that too.
Hugbox, yeah.
It's fucking annoying.
That seems to be a trend.
It's wild that pedophilia is like becoming a protected class on Twitter.
Will you cry hard enough? I mean, that's what happens. I mean, no, I remember I was working with somebody for like to take down some pedophiles, right? It was right after I did the Mapcast on the Burner Show, right? Twitter did a mass ban wave over and over and over again. Got several accounts taken down, even decoy accounts. Just if you had the word map on your profile, you got taken down. I think they're trying. I don't think they're becoming a protected class. I'm sure of it, but I don't know. I don't know if they're doing enough.
Well, the thing is, a lot of these fucking creeps also came from when Tumblr had their massive purge of everything.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was on Tumblr. I left, like I started leaving it like when all that shit started becoming widespread on Tumblr. When child porn would be on the would occasionally be on the front page and people did nobody did anything about it. I'm like, do you actually see what the fuck I'm seeing here? That's actual child porn on the front page of Tumblr. And people are like, oh, well, it happens. Like, they're just like the Nazis. I'm like, no, you cannot compare someone who has the Iron Cross on their page to someone who has someone fucking a child on their front page.
But between the two, I'll take the fucking, probably creepy, probably a douchebag racist over somebody who wants to fuck a child. I'm sorry. I'll take that person over the child fucker any day.
It's
Bro, you're just racist, bro. I don't know what's wrong with you. You're just racist.
Hey, I could easily convert to Judaism, alright?
Nah,
I'm halfway there.
That'd be kind of worse. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Uh,
Judaism kind of cringe.
Most religions are kind of cringe.
Keck or cringe?
But hey, yes. But no, like, I want to think Twitter isn't condoning this shit, but when you look at it, it's hard not to think that at least they're very, very negligent.
You know what, Jack? If you want to fucking defend your ass, you come on the Digital Blackface podcast. Fucking
yeah, Jack, you get your ass up here.
Defend
Stop
yourself.
Stop
Jack
fucking
Dorsey,
meditating.
little
Stop
bitch.
ritual
Get
cleansing.
up in here.
Jack Dorsey, more like Jack off.
I have more respect for the guy who makes Patreon than I have the guy who made Twitter.
No, what if I went into like the Shadow the Hedgehog rant, but with Jack Dorsey's name?
Do it. It'd be the least heinous thing on your fucking Twitter.
Okay. Jack Dorsey is a bitch ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right. He took his rich ass fucking quilly dick out and he pissed on my fucking wife. And he said his dick was this big. And I said, that's disgusting. So I'm making a call out post on my twitter.com. Jack Dorsey, you got a small dick. It's the size of a walnut, except way smaller. But my dick, it's this big.
Can you make a thread? Can you make a Twitter thread? My dick is this big. I'm gonna piss on the fucking moon, Jack Dorsey. Thanks for pissing on my daughter. God damn.
But by the way, I have to bitch at Poe for a second here. I was doing a stream with Deadwing Dork a little bit ago, and I actually opened the headphones video, and
Wait, the which one?
The video of a guy pulling the fucking earpods out of his dick. Thank you for that.
No, that hurt me too. That hurt me too, honestly.
That's some fucking heinous shit.
I mean, what you know what I am. You know how
I know,
you know me.
But sometimes you impress me with how fucking heinous it gets.
Look, to be honest, that one was just like it didn't make me flinch. It just made me think, how did he get it in there? Like, what muscles did he use to pull it in?
Talent.
You know,
That is
some
sheer
people are
fucking-
skilled. Some people are skilled. I just wish it could be me sometimes.
I knew someone who it was found out that he had apparently like $4,000 worth of sounding equipment, where he stretched his urethra out.
How do you spend $4,000 on a fucking metal rod, bro? It wiggles.
It was
That's
various little sizes.
I see.
Like, I might be able to find the fucking photo.
I don't think I want to see it, bud. That's like gonna be totally honest here. Like I'm good. I'm good on that one.
Oh my god.
I'd have to go through his ex-girlfriend's Instagram.
That's
But it was some
fucked up.
heinous shit.
I'm not gonna lie. People do have that sort of reaction when I post whatever I post. Like just right now, someone said, "Poe, why is it the first time I see you since you come back? I see a man throwing a baby." It's just me.
He really do throw him far though.
You gotta live your life. You gotta Twitter's for fun. I miss when Twitter was less strict.
Oh my god.
I wish.
I'm glad though we got one of our old classic Twitter Twitter shit posters back. Low Ping finally came back.
Low Ping is back, and the first thing he did was follow my ass on my new account. And I was like, we really are like that. All it would take was for Mombot to come back right now, and I would be in fucking heaven.
Yeah.
There's some nuclear shit still going on though on Twitter, but
no, Mombot was my first big follow, and literally I was just like, who is this person, and why are they suddenly following me when all I do is rant about nerd shit? And that's kind of how I got into the weirder parts of Twitter.
Poe wants big tit mommy GF? Question mark?
Who doesn't?
I mean,
course
I don't
he
know.
does.
I don't know. Femboy trad BF kind of looking good though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
Yep.
There's too many femboys on Twitter. Too many femboys.
There's a fucking lot of them on Twitter.
And apparently so many of them follow me or know me because I'm big in femboy Twitter. Don't read into that. Don't read into that. But I am big in femboy Twitter.
I mean,
I know
That's
some
kind of
people
cute, not
who
gonna lie.
I've been
No,
friends with them for a long
Burner.
time. They're transitioning on Twitter in front of me, and I'm like, okay. This is what I
Burner,
expect to
you
see.
weren't there for this, but I basically made a horny post, and I was like, where can I find me a girl like this? And it was a trap with like one of those dildo masks, and I didn't know that because I was just random horny posting.
I saw that
And-
fucking tweet.
Yeah, and then everybody was like, I don't think this, I don't, let's let them figure it out on his own. I was like, oh, I realized it real quickly. Then they replied to me. Then they quote tweeted me. And then they were like, well, it could always happen. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
On this episode of Digital Blackface, the pedophiles, Poe makes a horny post, gets replies.
Poe, just go for it. Get it in.
You know what?
Oh, no. I already have, there's already e-girls in my DMs enough.
If it's on the clock,
I've had a few. come into my
You've been
DMs.
asking for this for days.
And it worked.
let's.
Eh?
You know what?
King shit, honestly.
Poe, I got a question.
You know, get it, grip
What-
it and rip it.
If it's got a dick, what's your philosophy on that?
Look, here's the thing. I have thought about this ever since,
Oh God.
what's it called?
She has thought
yeah.
about this.
Ever since the Mia Khalifa girl showed up, and I was like, holy fuck, is that a guy? I've watched this 100 times.
Did
Is
you?
this a guy?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I was like,
okay.
I was like, holy fuck, am I attracted to a guy?
I hope
What's
it's a
going
guy.
on here? What are my worries? And then I was like, I dedicated research. Like, that same day I was researching until I found her account. Okay, it's a girl. We're good. We're good.
You were
It's
viewing
fine.
frames. You were like analyzing bulges and shit.
Like, no, you don't understand. That was my first. Well, not my first, but that was like after I became an adult. That was my heterosexual worry right there. Because suddenly the sex symbol of our generation became the Mia Khalifa girl, and I was like, this is a worry.
I mean, I feel it.
The sex symbol
That
of
video
our
was
generation
hypnotizing.
is me.
Yes,
Is
Burner, write
me.
that down. The sex symbol of our generation is the Mia Khalifa girl.
The sex symbol of
What's
my
happening?
generation was Velma Dinkley. It shows my fucking girlfriend tastes.
Show it. Dox your girlfriend.
You know,
Let's see it.
I can agree with that.
I'll just say a lot of them are very thick in right areas.
Yeah.
A couple of them have turned out to be e-girls afterwards. So.
You know what? Hit me up
How
after
do
the
you
show. I'll show you.
classify an e-girl, by the way? How do you classify an e-girl?
Well, now I classify an e-girl by them getting an OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
That's a pretty good standard.
Literally,
Look,
two of my exes after breaking up with them got OnlyFans.
I classify an e-girl the same way I classify an e-boy. Basically, an e-girl is a too online girl.
I
A
can
girl
understand
that's
that.
too online. Like someone who has a Twitter, a Twitch, several different accounts, and like they use